behavior.
Into the future. This movie is about robots designed to help humanity but then turned evil.
This is a classic.
There's no way my luck is that bad. Oh, hell no.
And similar to the movie, Elon Musk is releasing his own robot, which is supposed to come out sometime next year.
We think we'll probably have a prototype sometime next year. And it's intended to be friendly, of course.
Hold on, bro. He said they're intended to be friendly. Does that sound familiar?
You can run away from it and most likely overpower it.
So first he said they're intended to be friendly, and now he's saying you'll most likely overpower it? There was no confidence in that statement. I mean, hey, it might be safe. It's intended to be friendly. Nigga, is this shit safe or not? The only problem is technology only improves. So what happens if robots start making their own decisions?
Please return to your home. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect.
No. It's called civilian rights. There is no curfew.
Return to your home immediately.
When do you make the rules, robot? Hey. No, robot, I'm talking to you, man. Stop this.
Get your ass off.
Do you think the Tesla bot is the beginning of something crazy? If you say yes, let me know in the comment section if you think that.
If they run like the you know, them slow robots, we gonna be able to fuck them up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. They look like little people.
That one time where 23 Russian soldiers got turned to stone by aliens? Did y'all know this? Did y'all know that there was official government files from the CIA claiming that Russian soldiers shot down a UFO, but the occupants of the UFO didn't die, and they came on and projected a very bright light, and then they turned those soldiers into what this file claims to be a limestone substance? Did you know that? Because I had no fucking clue. And it might not be true at all, because, I mean, government files be lying too, but it's pretty interesting.
I just want you to focus on one thing. Notice how when she turns into what I believe is her reptilian form, her tongue sticks out and she gets this weird type of jerk to her body and she hunches over in a strange way, unnatural, as you can see there. The other reporter seems to be very surprised by this and disturbed, but she continues to talk as if nothing has happened. And this is the way they move around the world. This is what they do. There's something else that I want you guys to focus on. We're going to talk about her fangs and her teeth. She seems to have different teeth than what we do. As you can see in one of the scenes here, I'm going to freeze frame it right there. But she continues to talk as if nothing has happened. And this is the way they move around the world. This is what they do. There's something else that I want you guys to focus on. We're going to talk about her fangs and her teeth. She seems to have different teeth than what we do. As you can see in one of the scenes here, I'm going to freeze frame it right there. Her fangs pop out way more than her teeth, so it seems almost as if she has two layers of teeth. And that's because reptilians are known to have those fangs and very sharp teeth. And that's what you can see there. You can actually see proof that she is a reptilian, aside from the eyes, aside from the weird structure of her face. Quite some time, but there's a limited time. Strange that while we're seeing this lady, she is talking about Donald Trump, and that is very strange to me, considering that people.
Hey, that shit messing me up too. Like, you know.
You remember Robert?
Peace and family. Y'all remember that video I made about Chris Brown? Here, let's take a look.
Come on, yeah. The snake. And slime is something reptiles call each other. That's why you hear Young Thug call people slime. It's a reptilian slang.
So his album is about to drop, so he has to do interviews. Let's check out this interview with Big Boy. Now, before I show the video, I want you to watch his body language. Look how restless he looks. Look how menacing he looks. He looks uncomfortable in his skin. But pay attention to everything and just listen to what he says.
Yeah. Chris Brown, he believes in UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you think you ever been abducted?
Hell no.
You think you ever seen anything that looked
His
different?
mouth.
Why do you believe?
Because I'm an alien.
Look at him. Look at his face.
Why?
Look at his
Because
lips.
I'm an alien.
Look at his
Explain.
mouth.
I can't
Do
explain.
you now?
Tweaking.
Do you feel like?
Look at
And
his
I don't
lips.
mean you know. Sometimes people think alien with the eyes and outer
What?
space and all that stuff, but you really feel like you're not of this planet.
I don't know. No, I'm an alien.
Well, you know what?
Extraterrestrial.
Fuck it, I'm an alien too.
For sure.
There it is. You know what I'm
For sure.
saying? Give me some of that alien work.
They're all reptiles.
All right. Do you? But you believe? Because I say this, Chris. I say, how can we be here and nobody else is here?
What you mean?
Like, how can we be?
I second that.
And you've never been abducted, but you're an alien. Have you abducted anyone else? Is there alien game that you can spit to us?
Look at him.
Is there alien language?
Look at him.
Okay, all right. Well, it's obvious you don't want to share any of
You
that.
feel me? I got it, you know.
All righty.
Now, this picture right here was from the Billboard Music Awards. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. You can see his
Yeah, I know about Chris. Is like, yeah. Him and his activities.
mouth. You can see the sharp teeth.
Including those who have yet to find a response to their spiritual yearning, to the knowledge and love of Jesus Christ.
How about this? I don't know if you saw it. There's a fake news story going around. It got thousands of shares online. You saw that?
Look at the tongue. Look at the tongue.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap. That shit weird as hell, ain't it? That ain't real. That shit ain't real, bruh. No, it ain't.
No, I'm in the ancient aliens and
Hey, Michelle Obama ain't sitting there doing it. I ain't never seen that ever, man. We got.
learning. I like being stuff that's other than what everybody expects. You know what I'm saying? So.
Look at that. How his fingers is. Look at this.
Hey, you guys,
Pretty
you
sure
want to
that's
see something
CGI.
crazy? I'm going to show you something and teach you about dumbs. What are dumbs? Dumbs are deep underground military bases that they have all over the planet. In different countries too, not just America. America has a whole underground cavern and tunnel system besides the Mexican border. Besides, you know, certain places like Colorado and other states. Well, these right here are examples of dumbs. Okay? This is some of the food that they have stored in there. Apparently a group called the White Hats are bringing that out. I need to see it now. We'll see what happens next. Hopefully it isn't a psyop.
You see this photo right here shows that the Matrix is breaking down. Some people might refer to Skynet, goes by different names. This photo shows something actually coming through the actual hole into here, inside with us. Closer view. I can't tell you what it is, but I mean, we see what's happening around the world. I mean, it could be anything, literally, because everything's been a lie. Just right after that happens, the sun comes and blocks it, and now we see the black sun from this angle. You always hear people try to say he's lens flares, but I mean, I don't have the time to actually show y'all videos to prove all that. But watch the rest of my videos, though. I mean, it all makes sense. They go in more details. I mean, it'll come together to y'all, man. But anyways, y'all be good. Peace.
Careful how I word this so that I don't get in trouble, but I think it needs to be said because I am sick and tired of hearing people say that people of color just need to get over it already because it was so long ago. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
My father remembers his father raising hunting dogs that he would rent out on the weekend for hunting parties, only these weren't regular hunting parties. These big bubbas would set up these almost lemonade type stands during the week and sell these little cards for like, I don't know, a nickel, 25 cents. They were person of color hunting licenses. And everyone who bought one during the week, they would gather together on the weekend with all their trucks and they would round up as many people of color in the surrounding areas as they could find, turn them loose in the woods and set the dogs after them. There are people alive today whose family were hunted down in the woods by dogs. And they raised their children to have a well-earned distrust of white people and of police officers. Because I guarantee you, any of the police officers that weren't wearing the hoods were turning a blind eye.
This shit wild.
This town, Vidor, Texas, at one time, I believe was known as the most racist city in the United States. It was a sundown town. They had a billboard that said, "Person of color, don't let the sun set on your ass." And anyone who...
And you know what?
Here's a mind-blowing conspiracy theory about the world ending in 2025. 3 years from now. 5 days ago, on June 3rd, during the French Open semifinals, a female protester invaded the court and tied herself to the net. And she was wearing a white t-shirt that read, "We have 1,028 days left." If you count 1,028 days from June 3rd of 2022, you'll get the date of March 27, 2025. Here's the crazy part. It coincides almost perfectly with the end of a Yuga cycle known as the Kali Yuga. Every single major religion in every culture has its own apocalyptic event, right? The Norse mythology has Ragnarok, and the Bible has the Apocalypse of John, for example. In ancient India, the Kali Yuga is considered the age of darkness, and it just so happens to be the same age that we all currently reside in. It's a period where moral virtue and mental capabilities are at an all-time low. We humans descend from a state of spiritual perfection and material abundance to one of ignorance and scarcity, with men and women losing touch and distancing themselves from spirituality and from the divine, and with diseases, natural calamities, anguish, anger, and fear of scarcity dominating our existence on this planet. It's a period of 2,700 years that started in 676 BC and ends in 2025. According to the Hindu tradition, the age of the Kali Yuga is comprised of materialistic people who are only concerned with the empirical aspects of reality, and their relationships with the spiritual realm is entirely governed by superstition and skepticism. Greed and wrath will motivate world leaders to feud amongst themselves. People will completely ignore the science of reason and become blinded by their own emotions, and leaders will deceive and guide the population towards falsehood and complete and intentionally gave us an accurate doomsday countdown clock for the exact day and year for when the entire human species will cease to exist.
That's why we gotta get right. Like, look, man, that shit hit a lot. Did y'all see them eyes on y'all see the eyes? Y'all catch that? That's crazy, right? So, you know, we know who in charge. We know what's going on. Just gotta get right. That's a fact, though. Like, if you believe in any type of religion out here, they all gonna tell you that thing right there, though. Ain't no date and ain't no time on it, though.
Okay, that thing, whatever the hell it is, came down really low.
Oh, he was running, for sure.
It was right over my head. It's like, within feet. What the hell is that? Oh my God.
You see how they disappear? Just like the videos I was showing y'all.
Okay.
Hey, old buddy was running, though.
I'm just out here minding my own business. Filming out here at the space fence.
Hey, this nigga out of breath.
And this thing swooped down.
He probably shit it for a good 5 feet.
You know, I'm gonna teach you about it later on. I'll make it make sense to you. Trust me, I will. But they have got past the firmament. Yes, they have, like I said. But they haven't got the heavenly realms. This is where they got to. They broke free out of the local firmament and went into these new areas. Uranus didn't. Elon Musk said we need to populate Uranus. We need to go to Uranus. This is what he's talking about. The Anunnaki, Neptune, Venus, even Jupiter, Mercury, and Nibiru.
All right. I thought I was recording a rocket attempt to hit the firmament again or go through, but they can't get through the firmament. So whatever this was not a rocket, was not an airplane. It got through the firmament, and there was even a flash after it's done. After it's done, watch, the white line's going to cut off. If it was a spaceship or something, the white line would still be going. Look at this. I'm going to go over to the screen to the left, and it's still flying with no trail on it. No trail. Trail is gone. And watch this. Okay. Now it got through the firmament and it's literally going. What is that?
That's crazy.
What is that?
His damn life, right? They pulled up on his ass. This.
Y'all, check this out.
1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to discuss rap music's new direction. The companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments.
So he's pretty much saying that that secret meeting was held to tell these artists that their music was going to manipulate the general population into committing crimes to fill the private prisons. And if you look at the inflation of private prisons, it's from 1990 to 2009, which it increased 1,600%. And he said that meeting was in 1991.
A mere 232 media executives were responsible for the intake of 277 million Americans, controlling all avenues necessary to manufacture any celebrity and spark any trend. Time Warner, as the owner of Warner Brothers Records, can not only sign an artist, but since they're also owners of Entertainment Weekly, they can also put an artist on the cover by next week. You think you choose what you listen to, but do you?
He's pretty much saying that the system is rigged in a way where the people who own the labels have the power to put whoever they want in the limelight. So as long as the person is portraying the image that they want and pushing their narrative, they will push them further along in the industry.
Both BET and MTV belong to Viacom. Okay, now I know that's not news to some, but when the use of these media conglomerates is cross-checked with ownership of the biggest names in prison privatization, it's starting to get a little fishy.
Yeah.
The largest holder in Core Civic, formerly Corrections Corp of America, is Vanguard Group Incorporated. Vanguard is the #1 largest holder in both Viacom and Time Warner. / mass media ownership is disturbing. Let's make this clear. The people who own the media are the same people who own private prisons. The exact same people.
Since our employees had become solid investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice.
Now, honestly, this would explain why we don't see artists who expose the truth for what it is or who talk about real stuff anymore. All they talk about is partying, drugs, and getting money.
At that time in 2019, ships were swarmed being filmed.
That's
USS Omaha, yeah, because this is unclassified. Otherwise, that would not be cool of me to release.
So there it looks like it just went into the water.
Right. Yes, that they believe it ends up going into the water. That's what the documents said.
What was splashed?
One of the people that was involved with biting the ships, I was like, dude, where did they come from? Because you got great radars and you have all the data. And he goes, I'm going to really regret saying this, but they just seem to appear.
And as I said last show, we're mad at his White Lives Matter shirt. We're mad at George Floyd stuff. They're mad at the quote-unquote anti-Semitic stuff. But look who has the power to do something about it.
Right.
We just mad. We're just tweeting about it. Cancel. They're actually canceling him.
And we couldn't even shut down Vlad, son.
Yeah.
One peon.
Yeah.
We couldn't even shut him down. Yeah. Right?
We couldn't do no protest, no boycott.
We have no power.
Yeah.
Right? They were willing to lose billions. Since we talk about the billions he lost, you don't think they lost billions?
Yeah.
They were willing to do that to make a point.